We could have burned through a lot of ammo.
Good afternoon, folks. You're watching The Hungry Handgunner. We are out on the range. I'm Nick, and today we're going to be taking a look at a holster that was sent to me for review. This is from Craft Holsters. This is their leather offering for an FN57. Now, I realize the FN57 is not quite a mainstay in terms of saturation within the market, but they reached out, asked if I'd be interested in reviewing a holster, and I said, hey, sure. I got to looking around at what I didn't have a holster for, and well, 5.7 was on the list. So had a couple weeks to break it in, play with it a little bit. It was very stiff when I first got it. It's still a little snug now, but it's starting to get better as time goes on. So this is a very traditional style leather holster. This is kind of what I would use if I was going to be toting this gun in a holster. Little thumb brake, belt tunnel style, so belt runs through it. It's going to keep it on outside the waistband, things like that. Figured what we'd do is we'd shoot a little bit. We're going to go ahead, put it on my belt, and run the shot timer and see how miserably I fail at coming from outside the waistband, strong side. But it does help break in the holster a little bit more, and then we'll talk about craftsmanship. I'll give you guys some close-up look at it, and go from there. All right, so before we get started, just keep a couple things in mind. I don't normally draw from here. I don't normally put this gun under time pressure, but with ammo being what it is, I find myself shooting things I wouldn't ordinarily shoot as much and getting out here and having some fun. So don't judge me too hard on the times. This is a FN57 has a very weird safety placement, and I'm going to be disengaging that before I shoot. So it should be fun. All right. .75. Ooh, it's slow. All right. .28. It always is a interesting thing for me with just how little these guns recoil. .46. Okay. .62. All right, we're going to move on to some controlled pairs. I'm doing a thumb brake each time, so I'm not cheating. .72. .66. If you've shot a 5.7, drop your comments on your opinion on the gun. Or if you haven't and you just ballistic nerd like me, drop your opinions. There should be a card floating up around if you want to see more on this gun. We're just going to play around a little bit now. Maybe do controlled pairs. Who knows? We'll just see what I feel like. Go up there on the hill. All right, we got 3 more rounds. Let's see from the holster how quick I can get 3 rounds on that silhouette. Hopefully they're all on it. We'll see. Two of the 3 and 3.68. Alright guys, so yeah, the FN57 should be card floating around. Definitely a link in the description. Feel free to check it out. And let's take a close-up look at this holster. Alright, so immediately my thoughts when I took it out of the box, other than the very, very pleasant aroma of leather that I noticed, was that wow, this is definitely, looks like it's put together pretty well. So immediately went and got my gun to see how it fit, and it is snug. So given the option between a snug fit and a loose fit, I'm going to take snug every time. That being said, guys, it is going to take some use. It is going to take some getting out there and drawing. You guys saw today it's stuck a few times. I heard an old timer put it that a leather holster is an investment of time, right? It's an investment of time to make the thing, the craftsmanship that goes into it, and then it's an investment of time to get it to form fit to your gun just right and get it broken in for how you carry and things like that. So with that in mind, fit and finish on it, I'm pretty impressed with it. It looks good. It looks well put together. Stays on the belt pretty good. There's a couple different ways that you could run that through. You could thread your belt depending on your belt size. Mine pretty tight fit, just running it straight through the tunnel itself without going through these little slots. But you know, depending if you're wearing a dress belt or whatever, I like it. I think that this is a very tastefully done holster, and with the 5.7 you don't have that much weight anyway, so I can't really speak to its weight bearing capabilities, but I think it's nice. It seems to hold the gun securely. Completely covers the trigger. You can't get anything in that small little gap there to pull the trigger. So, and I didn't notice any issues here when I would draw the gun of it automatically flipping the safety off. When I said the safety was in a weird spot, guys, if you're not familiar, it's right there. You do it with your index finger or your support hand thumb, I suppose. So it is definitely in a weird spot, but I didn't have any issues with the holster disengaging that safety. So as I am breaking it in, though, I am noticing that because of the sights on this gun, the front sight does tend to snag some leather periodically from the inside of the holster. That is probably a self-correcting problem. As it gets used more, that will likely wear in and not happen anymore. So I want to give a huge shout out to Craft Holsters for sending this out to me. I appreciate that, guys. There's going to be links in the description. I'll put a link to this particular holster as well as their site in general. Feel free to check them out. They have quite a bit of stuff. So guys, stay safe, keep shooting, and I'll see you next time.